Where do we go from here?
Well, I mean, this is going to be a very one of the most unprecedented races in American history. We've had one of the most momentous past 2 weeks in presidential politics anywhere on the globe. It's going to be a very seismic presidential election. Kamala Harris is going to have to select her own running mate. She's going to make a very big case against Trump in terms of her prosecutorial background. There are also a lot of bottlenecks that she has to get over. She's going to stake her claims on the fact that she's advancing women's rights, advancing reproductive health. But there are a lot of people in the swing states, who are still not sold up on her. So, and then the Democratic Party itself has to also get through their own convention. Hopefully, nobody comes and...
I think they've crossed that stage now, haven't they?
No. The convention is still yet to come on.
Well, I mean, they've crossed the stage where people will come and say, I also want to stick out my neck to contest.
No, technically, well, she has enough votes to get it, but until the convention is held and she's officially given the coronation, anything is still possible. And Donald Trump now we have a totally new race. Everything that Donald Trump has planned for against Biden has to be thrown out.
He said that in a tweet.
Oh, he did.
That we have to start all over again.
All over again, yeah. So it's. I mean, if you notice, you've not heard a lot from Donald Trump.
Not yet. They're planning. I think they're not talking. They're waiting to see the first things that Kamala Harris does, praying hard that she'll make a mistake or a slip of salt. Right. She hasn't so far.
Right.
And then they can capitalize on that. But they're going to punch her very hard for her role as a prosecutor and how many black people went to jail under her watch in California. That's going to be a big story because she now needs to stick up the black votes. But you're going to have in the campaign, do you think, you're going to have in the campaign a very spirited campaign for Michelle and Barack Obama? We're expecting that at the end of August.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle, I have to be honest with you, Michelle Obama really hasn't been sold on this whole politics thing. She's somebody who wasn't interested in her husband running in the first place. Her husband had to have a deal with her, in order to run. There's a backstory to that. So for all her popularity, for all her appeal, for all her charisma, for all her eloquence, for all the huge respect that she has within the psyche of American politics, from a very, very personal point of view, she's somebody who is quite averse to politics. It's had a toll on her. It's had a toll on her marriage. She's not shied away from it. It's had a toll on their parental and her own career. She had a very, glistering career being lined up. And so she's not a huge fan, of getting back into that kind of life. You can see she's enjoying her life as a private citizen. She had a podcast. She's been able to write books. And she's talked very, very, genuinely about the toll politics has had on her career. She said for 10 years, she hated Obama because she had to leave everything for him to advance the career. And it brought a very funny dynamic at home as well. And she's been quite open about talking about the toll that it's taken on her marriage. I doubt she's going to stick her neck out and go through this all over again.
But Barack Obama is the bigger Obama, is the more political Obama.
Yeah.
He's going to step up as former president and run a big campaign for Kamala Harris. Right. The question would be that would he have run the same campaign for Biden, his former deputy? Maybe not. So
I think he would have, up until the point that Biden's cognitive elements became quite a huge question. Remember, they had what they call one of the biggest friendships in politics, the Obama-Biden bromance, sort of. They're great friends, and they genuinely do like each other. So there's absolutely no doubt that Obama would have always stuck his neck out for Biden. He's a great campaigner, but his time is gradually passing. The kind of coalition he put together to win, he did the same thing for Hillary Clinton. It didn't really work. And so I think it's about time that they try to look for votes from different places. It's a totally different dynamic. And don't forget that Kamala Harris is black. She's female at the same time. Obama had to go through a lot before he was able to become the first black president. Kamala is going to have to contend with that, this time as a double minority, both as a female and as a black. So
that's going to be a tough one. When we saw the results of election 2008 in America, and we saw that Obama had won by 51%, it was shocking.
It was.
We thought Obama was going to win by 70%. From the way the atmosphere looked, that Senator McCain did so well, 49. Obama nearly didn't win.
Oh, he almost didn't win.
For the kind of fanfare and pomp and circumstance that characterized Obama's campaign globally. He was pulling crowds in Munich. He was pulling crowds in Japan, in Indonesia, Europe,
Africa,
in everywhere in America.
Germany,
and the results come and it's only 51%.
Yeah.
I mean, that was shocking.
Yeah, and that should tell you how...
So that's Kamala has a tall mountain to climb, doesn't she?
Very much
given the
so.
American cultural dynamics.
Yep. And if John McCain didn't get it so wrong in his running mate choice...
Yes, Obama could have been in trouble.
Yeah, Obama could have been in trouble. And remember, McCain himself was kind of like not a hardcore Republican. He was kind of like a moderate.
Yeah, moderate, very big moderate.
Yeah. So the Republicans were not too sold.
He didn't have the 100%. That's my next question. Does Donald Trump have 100% support of the Republican Party?
I think he does. I think the Republican...
No, but you know the video I sent you today or yesterday?
Oh,
the lady.
Yeah. What's the name? The former governor, Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley,
governor of South Carolina.
Nikki Haley has been talking about it. Yeah, that's Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
She's a Republican.
Yeah, but that's a primary, And I mean, he beat the daylights out of her in the primary. Nikki Haley, didn't really get... She lost
but that means Nikki Haley is not going to support Trump.
No, they've gone past that. She spoke at the convention.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she spoke at the convention.
Okay. Also, the video I sent you is old.
It's an old video. But the Democrats
are using it.
Are using it.
Yeah, I think that's how I got it.
Yes.
I've not seen it before. So
it's actually featured very strongly in CNN's own reporting.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because she was very emphatic that the party that replaces a septuagenarian, old candidate is the party that's going to win.
Yeah.
And she was speaking, and what she said, I can confirm that with our own reporting, because, like I said, one of the major factors that was making the Republican and the Democratic Party unappealing was the age factor. Now the Democrats have taken away that age factor and presented to the American people somebody that is not as old. And so they've taken away one of the biggest worries of the young voters, which is the age factor. So now the question is, would they respond?
Yeah, but that? Donald Trump is not one, in terms of his personal relationship with the age analysis, not one that the age really tells on him.
Yes, but then it was taking a toll on Biden. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, on Biden. Biden is gone. So the age factor is no longer part of the equation.
But it is now...
Against Trump?
Against Trump.
That's what I'm wondering. Will it stand against Trump? Because here's a man who is old, but nothing about him is old.
But what I'm saying is that most of the time when the Democrats have done well, they've done well because they've been able to marshal the support of the younger college voters, and then the female voters, and then the minority. This is really their war. Okay, so it's been recalibrated all over again, because now they are going back to the college campuses, they are going back to the youth vote, and of course the repeal of Roe versus Wade. Many females, including Republican females.
Is that